Last night, Lady Gaga paid tribute to her close friend Tony Bennett following his death earlier this month, aged 96. Actually, we've got the statement here, which is really beautiful. Well, part of it, actually. It was very lengthy, but she said, although there were 5 decades between us, he was my friend. My real, true friend. Our age difference didn't matter. In fact, it gave us each something that neither of us had with most people. If I could say anything to the world, I would say don't discount your elders. Don't leave them behind when things change. Take care of your elders, and I promise you, you will learn something special, maybe even magical. It really was a beautiful tribute. And that thing, there's 5 decades between us, but he was my friend. We always put ourselves in these age boxes, don't we? And we probably do block ourselves off from great friendships.
Yeah, I think that's true. And one of the rules that I've always made for myself, and I don't have many rules, is don't get boxed in with people your own age. Don't make your friendship, your close friends, just people of your generation, because you're only going to get the views of people who grew up through the same circumstances as you, by and large. And so what I've always tried to do is make friends with the people where I've worked or things that I'm interested in, like music or art or architecture. And I've just thought, and I like quite difficult people too. I like people whose views that I don't... Yeah, well, I work with a load of them here. But what's good is to recognise that you can't live in a world where people just tell you what you want to hear and agree with your point of view. And it's really good to hear someone's point of view, even if you don't agree with it. Just hear it out and then think, well, what do I think about that now? And
go on, Colleen, this is your chance. Go.
I can't be bothered. No, I love all the decades and all the ages, and I'm very lucky that, you know, I'm surrounded by young people, because obviously my kids and their partners and wives and all their friends are always around at the house. And I love listening to them and hearing them talk. And equally, they like hearing things, you know, that I've done that's different to them when I was their age. And I think that's important. And I think it keeps you young, actually, because I think it's really easy. I hate people of my age who go, oh, well, I can't do that, I'm nearly 60. And I want to go, what does that mean? You can do whatever you want, you know, because it is, for me, it is a mindset. Yeah,
and also it's really important what you were saying there, Janet, like not surrounding yourself with people who've grown up in the same circumstances. So I don't know if people actually change. I mean, I suspect that you were the same spirit when you were 24...
I do.
...than you are now. and all of us, probably. But then, of course, the world changes around us, and that changes our reactions to it. But as people, I don't think we change that much.
I think I'm still a big kid at heart. Not think, I know I'm still a big kid at heart. And I say to people, I don't say, how old are you? I say, how young are you? Because as far as I'm concerned, your age is your age. It's irrelevant, really. But I like the fact that I get wise experience and knowledge from my Auntie Pam, for example, who knows all the history of the family and you know, when she was fighting in the war and everything. And that's really nice and interesting to hear. And at the same time, as Colleen said, I love to surround myself with my children around music, so that I've got my finger on the pulse and know the latest dance moves of what to do. And I think it's really nice to swap that experiences and swap that information.
I envy you that, though, because I never knew my grandparents. One was alive, I think, when I was born, but very old, so by the time I could acknowledge it was my grandparent, they'd gone. And I miss people that have that relationship with grandparents, to hear about everything, really. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
But I've got you guys, and you're pretty old. So.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for it.
Yeah, I wish my dad's father, my English granddad, had lived longer, because he was so intelligent and such a good, you know, so good to talk to, and much better than my dad, in fact. But obviously my Welsh granddad had died long before I was born, and then my Welsh granny was not a very communicative, chatty person. I mean, she'd been through a lot. She'd been raised in a very, very poor family, and I think life had been really tough for her. Plus the fact she didn't talk English much and I didn't speak Welsh, and that was my problem as much as hers. So it wasn't that easy communication. And my mother spoke Welsh to her sister and didn't not to us.
Teaching,
Yeah, didn't.
But then that goes back to what you said. It's the circumstances that were different rather than people that are different. Well, that's how people are inside. But of course, from the outside, how we look, people are obsessed with, you know, ageing and the ageing process. And the social media is absolutely awash with filters, showing how you are going to look when you look older. This is the latest one, which is uncannily accurate, I'm afraid to say, predicting how you're going to look when you get older, warts and all. People have been testing its accuracy by using it. So pictures of celebrities when they were younger to see if it can accurately predict what they look like now. And some of them are pretty close there, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're really good.
I mean, there's that Hugh Grant one again. I think all they've done is put a grey wig on him, to be fair. I don't know if they've done much different. But the thing that troubles me about this is the reaction you're expecting is that so it's bad to grow older.
Yeah,
and we're going to have to get over that, aren't we? Or there's always going to be a negative.
I mean, I'm old now. You can't stop ageing. It doesn't matter what they write on creams about anti-ageing. There's no such thing as anti-ageing. We all age, full stop. That's a fact of life.
And age is beautiful.
And age is fantastic. Exactly. All that happens as you get older is all the bits on your face drop further down, and then unless you want to spend a lot of money hiking them all back up again, that's the way they're going. And so
I think though what worries me is for younger people, I don't think this is a good app because they're so already being almost told that age isn't a good thing and you've got to look a certain way, and now they're throwing this. I think it's not healthy. It's good if you're going to use it as a fun thing.
Yeah, well, we have done that.
That's not fun.
Don't expect a lot of fun coming up. So they've done it with us. Brenda, let's start with you. So they took a photograph of you from way back. I'm not sure exactly when.
Back?
Well, you know. There you go.
So 2005, exactly.
OK, well done. Thank you for that. And that's what it predicted that you would look like now.
BDC.
What's that? See, I don't know if that... Oh.
She ain't aged much. That's the cocoa butter. Yes. Yum.
Yeah. I don't know if I think that's right. OK, let's look at yours, Janet. Let's see. So here's the original photograph. Don't know if you know when it's from, Janet. When's that from, roughly?
80s.
Are you in your 30s, apparently, I'm told?
Oh, you look
fabulous.
They just changed the colour of your face.
Yeah. I'm not getting knocked out by this so far, is it?
No.
I don't know.
No.
No.
Well, I do think you still look the same anyway.
I look more or less the same as long as I keep talking and no one can see what's going on under there.
Does it have the option on this app to change it by a certain amount of years, or is it like, can you do it 10, 20,
I don't know.
30?
I don't know, actually. Right, Colleen, let's see yours. Here we go.
Yeah, let's see Colleen.
Oh, look at that baby face. When was that?
Who is that?
No, that's from the... Must be early 80s, 70s,
Oh, look, a
80s.
50-year-old with a party hat on.
I told you I love a party bag.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's not
This
as bad
is very
as I thought.
underwhelming, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest.
We'd be looking like E.T.
I know.
You'd be seeing me.
Well, don't worry, you haven't
yours,
seen mine yet. Maybe it's the E.T. one. Oh.
That doesn't even look like you.
Do you know what? I love that jumper. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You look younger now than that first photo.
What did they think I was doing, living in a ditch? Oh, my God. Do you know what the thing is?
It's so terrible.
I do think I look like my dad.
You've got a moustache. You've actually got a moustache.
Yeah, I look like my dad. What,
think
there's
your
something
nose
against me, or what? Have I been sacked? Is that what's happened?
You look beautiful.
Thank you,
You look
Liar.
beautiful.
My God, we went through 4 minutes of We've gone back to the discussion about aliens there for a second.
This is a good photo. The first one.
I love that photo, that jumper.
Oh,
I've
sorry.
got it.